Hey, welcome. Have you ever really stopped to think about what makes your daily commute totally different from that dream vacation you've been planning? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to unpack the huge, fascinating world of travel and tourism and break it down into the basics. So, let's get into it. So here's our game plan. We're going to kick things off with a big one. What even is tourism? From there, we'll get into who the tourists are, where they're going, and how the whole industry actually runs behind the scenes. We'll even put two very different attractions side by side before we wrap everything up with a super handy starter kit. Okay, so let's start with this question right here. I mean, think about it. Both trips involved getting from one place to another, right? But the answer to this is literally the key to understanding this entire industry. It's a really simple distinction, but believe me, it's a powerful one.
And that leads us right into our first section, where we're going to pin down that difference. You know, people throw the words travel and tourism around like they're the same thing, but for the industry, they mean two completely different things. Let's get these definitions straight once and for all.
First up, we have travel. At its very core, travel is just movement. That's it. It's simply the act of getting from point A to point B. This could be your regular drive to the office, a bus ride to see a friend, or even just walking to the shops. It's often just a routine part of your day.
And this picture just says it all, doesn't it? Thousands of people packed into the London Underground. Every single one of them is traveling, but they are not tourists. This is commuting, a regular, often daily journey. It's movement, pure and simple.
Okay, but tourism, that's a whole other story. This is where it gets interesting. Tourism is when you move away from your usual home and work life for a little while. And here's the absolute key. It has to last for at least one night, and you've got to have plans to eventually go back home.
So, let's put it this way. All tourism involves travel, but not all travel is tourism. Get it? The big difference, the real dividing line, is that overnight stay away from home. Your daily commute? That's travel. A 2-week holiday in Spain? Now that is tourism.
All right, so now we know what tourism is. The next logical question is, who are the people doing it? Who exactly are these tourists? Well, the industry actually breaks them down into a few key groups.
And honestly, it's pretty straightforward. If someone from, say, France comes to visit your country, they are an incoming tourist. When you jet off for a holiday abroad, you become an outgoing tourist. And if you decide to take a vacation right here in your own country and stay overnight, you're a domestic tourist. Simple as that.
Okay, so we know who they are, but where are all these people heading? Well, the answer is attractions. An attraction is basically any spot that people want to visit for fun or interest or just pure enjoyment. It's the magnet that pulls them in.
And to make sense of the endless number of places out there, we can sort them into three main buckets: places made by nature, places made by us, and places that became important over time. Let's break them down.
First off, you have your natural attractions. These are the parts of our planet that are just there. They're the beautiful, rugged, or stunning features of the landscape that we just feel drawn to see. Think huge mountains, sprawling beaches, mysterious caves, you name it. Mount Snowdon in Wales is a perfect example, a place people go just to experience its raw, natural beauty.
Next up, we have purpose-built attractions. Now, these couldn't be more different. They are entirely man-made, and they're designed from day one with a single goal: get visitors through the gates. This is the world of theme parks, water parks, and all those giant observation wheels.
And finally, we have historic attractions. What's so fascinating about these is that they were never, ever supposed to be tourist spots. Castles, palaces, ancient temples, they were built for things like defense or worship or as homes for royalty. But now, centuries later, their history makes them massive attractions, drawing in millions of people, just like Cardiff Castle does.
So let's peek behind the curtain a bit and see how this all works as a business. Because behind every single attraction, there's an organization. And its main goal, its purpose, is everything. Generally, they fall into two main camps: the ones designed to make a profit and the ones with a completely different mission.
On one side, you've got your commercial organizations. Their number one goal is to make money. Simple. Think airlines, hotel chains, and most theme parks. If they don't make a profit, they go bust. But on the other side, you have non-commercial organizations, like national parks or a lot of museums. Their main purpose isn't profit. It's to provide a service, like protecting nature or educating the public.
To really see this difference in action, let's put two attractions head-to-head, two that we've already met. This little case study will really bring the theory to life.
Here we go, the commercial model, perfectly captured by a theme park. It was built for one reason, to entertain people and make a profit for its private owners. Every single ride, every gift shop, every ticket price, it's all designed with that financial bottom line in mind.
And here is the complete opposite, the non-commercial model, represented by Snowdonia National Park. This isn't a private company. It's run by the public sector. Its goal isn't to make money off the mountains. It's to protect them and make sure we can all enjoy them. And it's funded by the government to do just that.
So, where does that government funding actually go? Well, it's all about providing services. It's used for things like keeping the trails and footpaths safe, running the visitor centers, funding projects to protect the environment, and of course, paying the salaries of the people who make it all possible. It is all about service, not about sales.
And this quote really drives home that amazing transformation we were talking about. It just perfectly highlights how the whole purpose of a place can flip over the centuries, turning a fortress into a powerhouse of the modern tourism economy. It's incredible when you think about it.
Phew, okay, we've covered a lot of ground. So let's boil it all down to the absolute essentials. Think of this next bit as your go-to starter kit for understanding what tourism is all about.
Here it is, your cheat sheet. First, travel is just movement. Tourism needs that overnight stay. Second, tourists are either incoming, outgoing, or domestic. Third, attractions are natural, purpose-built, or historic. And finally, the organizations running them are either commercial for profit or non-commercial for service. If you've got these down, you have a rock-solid foundation.
And that brings us to the end. But I want to leave you with one final thought. Now that you can see all the different pieces, from the giant commercial theme parks to the publicly funded national parks and ancient historic sites, which part of this massive global industry do you think truly has the biggest impact on our planet and our cultures? It's something to chew on. Thanks for joining me.